can learn how to read. Don't you think that'd be good for them to learn how to read? Yeah. And we want everybody to be a great reader. So to help us out with that today, we have Mrs. Corbett, our special reader for you, and Zinnia's going to tell you a little bit more about her. This is Zinnia McCoskey, and she's a 5th grade student here at North Dickinson. Can you say good morning, Zinnia? Good morning, Zinnia. All right. Go ahead.
As Mrs. Mixel already told you, my name is Xenia, and I'm in Mrs. S.'s 5th grade class. My job here today is to tell you a little bit about our very special guest who is going to read to you in a short while. Susan Corbett is the wife of Pennsylvania's Governor Tom Corbett. Some of you may not know what the governor is or does. The governor is the leader of our state, and he watches over our Commonwealth like the President of the United States does for the entire country. He is a very important person, and so is Mrs. Corbett. She is our First Lady of Pennsylvania. Mrs. Corbett is a former English teacher. She went to college not far from here, Lebanon Valley College. Both she and Mr. Corbett taught school when they finished college. He then went on to law school, and she devoted herself to raising their 2 children, Tom and Kate. They are older now and have jobs. Tom lives in California and is a project manager for electronic arts. I bet that some of you do not recognize the name of the company, but I bet you know some of the products of this company. EA makes and sells video games. Madden NFL series and Harry Potter series are just 2 of the many, many games this company sells. Kate appears to be taking after her dad because she's a lawyer in Philadelphia. When her children were old enough, Mrs. Corbett returned to work and spent her days promoting the arts. She worked in several jobs, but they all had to do with arts, education, and reading. That is why I asked my mother to invite Mrs. Corbett to help us with the Buck a Book campaign. As First Lady, Mrs. Corbett has continued to focus her time on education and the arts. Recently, she began a program called Opening Doors Initiative. This campaign aims to increase the number of students who will stay in school and graduate with a high school diploma. Mrs. Corbett realizes that without a basic education, Pennsylvania citizens will not be able to get a job and support themselves. This is bad, but not only for the person, but for our Commonwealth. Our Buck a Book campaign is also trying to help with the same issue by supporting people who are now learning to read as adults.
Toy for your child and their instructions. You can read it and learn how all by yourself. Or if you're in a new job and you have to learn something. If you know how to read, you can do just about anything. So I want to encourage you at this age to really study hard and learn how to read. The other thing about reading is it's just a lot of fun. And I'm going to read a book today about this animal. What do you think this is?
A beaver.
Well, it's sort of like a beaver. It's an otter. That's right.
I never heard of that.
It's a
School and for answering a few questions and letting me introduce you.
Okay. Oh, isn't that nice? Thank you. Thanks so much. Well, thank you. It was really fun meeting you. And thanks again for the introduction and for your good questions. Now, are you going to write a paper?
Yes, I'm going to write. Our school does something called Bronco Time, which we split up into like reading groups, and you can work on open-ended responses.